Ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking emergencies, does DEI really come into play? When you're talking about saving lives, does DEI really come into play? And when we're talking about victims of hurricanes, natural disasters, do you think that Mother Nature gives a crap about what your skin color is and your ethnicity? Or does just Mother Nature rip like no one's business? Welcome back to the Rent and Record. I am David Solomon. He is Stuart Brisgell. This is a podcast that is unedited, unfiltered, and definitely uncensored. And we deal with a wide range of topics in all of these conversations and podcasts. For the last 3.5 years and going in on 4, we've created this platform for you to express your opinions, to provide us with your thoughts, share with us your opinions, experiences, and hear from us from a variety of different perspectives. We're two simple gentlemen who come from similar backgrounds, living in different countries. But what we do have in common is we do not spew out media crap. We're interested in challenging a lot of what you hear in the media and the thought process, and we do our bloody homework, unlike our friends at the real media. There is no agenda here, folks, because what we do is we dive into all this stuff on the news, pop culture, politics, so much more. It's all about absurdity of modern life, folks, and we are dealing in a crazy amount of absurd times. So this is all about deeper issues. And right now, today, folks, if you are living in the southeast of the United States, primarily in North Carolina, parts of Georgia, and perhaps next week, it could even be parts of northern Florida. We don't know yet. But if you've dealt with Hurricane Helene and you've seen the destruction and devastation that went through Georgia and North Carolina, Mother Nature isn't looking for homes that were owned by African Americans and Hispanics versus white. Mother Nature didn't come in and slam the homes of only poor people. Mother Nature went in and ripped through communities, destroyed homes, businesses. It's incredible what has happened from Florida all the way to North Carolina. But FEMA wants to tell you that because of its hiring policies, white people, well, you're privileged. Therefore, we're going to treat you differently because our policy is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Stuart, I find that a bit bizarre based on my intro. What the heck is FEMA and DEI have to do with each other other than their alphabet letters?
Okay, well, FEMA is 4, DEI is 3. The Federal Emergency Management Agency had a simple mission: to help people before and after disaster. Money allocated by Congress. That includes floods, hurricane, earthquakes, forest fires, whatever disaster leads the federal government response as a part of a team of responders. This department works at the discretion of the President of the United States. Though emergencies can happen at any time, schools can offer limited impact through efficiency mortgage programs as well, by prevention, protection, mitigation, and response and recovery. But that's not where the current head of the FEMA organization wants to take the administration. By altering its charter, Deanne Criswell decided to embed DEI and equitable into its program for 2022 through 2026. Hopefully that won't be the case, but it is the case today, where there aren't enough people that fit the equitable and the DEI movement, whereby they're only operating at approximately 10 to 20% of their total amount required. Now, what do you mean? They don't have the people? There's umpteen million people looking for jobs. But no, they have to fit a DEI. They have to be so many blacks, so many Muslims, so many Asians, so many transgenders, so many gay or LGBTQIA to be a part of this movement. Now, I was joking with David, and he was trying to picking back at me. When we talk about schools, DEI, and equitable, and we'll get more into equitable in a moment. Do you want the best surgeon you can find in your neighborhood? Or do you want the one that was equitably given a chance? Do you want the one that fit the DEI bucket? No, you want the best. If you're in university, do you want the university to take the best of the best, or maybe just the ones that sort of in a program? We learned that Harvard got eviscerated because of these types of things, but there are still schools out there that still do this. Now, when you're picking the best person to do something for you, your best friend may not be the best choice, and your best friend may be a part of the DEI movement. So do you risk offending your friend to get the best person, or you just hire your friend? Well, it depends how important the decision, right? It's all important what decision you want to make. Let me just try and refocus here for a second. Today, you have people that are literally out in the street between Florida and North Carolina, stating unequivocally that FEMA hasn't done, and they're giving $750 for people's lives that are wiped out, totally gone. We're giving billions of dollars to third world countries outside of the war efforts, which I believe are in our best interest, by the way, David. And I think we should continue to do so. We're giving money outside of our war efforts to people that hate us. And why are they a priority? You know, FEMA doled out billions and trillions of dollars for the immigration crisis caused by the current government. We have veterans on the street. You have homeless mental health issues for our own citizens. But DEI and equitable is more important for these newcomers. Now, I am a firm believer that you had to earn your spot to come into the United States. I think if you go and get yourself a college degree, you open up a door. I think if you come here following the system, you get to come in. And there's a legal method that's there. And the word illegal immigration is a valid statement because they're illegals in this country, not just not documented. You see, the word not documented is kind of like the same as casino chips versus cash. The casino wants to take your cash and give you chips, changes the mental thought process of what value is in your hand. No, I'm not, David. I'm on topic. I know you have that look. Because they're trying to change the word non-documented or undocumented from illegal alien. This is all a part of this DEI fund equitable movement. Flood the country with people that are in need, drain the system, and punish the people that are the citizens that paid to support it. And if you continue to support this complete anarchy, you're forcing the destruction of the greatest country on the planet. And you know what? The Republicans and Democrats have flip-flopped since 1960. I don't know how they did this. I don't know how it happened. The party of the people are now the Republican Party. The Democrats don't want to be questioned, David. And if you question a Democrat, you're the enemy. And that's just a fact. Just like if you don't support DEI and you use the word woke, you're a racist, you're a bigot. But you can say from the river to the sea, and I'm talking about a bunch of topics. I know, David, you're getting frustrated because
I'm not getting frustrated. I just want to know, like, let's stick to FEMA here because there's a crisis.
There is a genuine crisis that's existed since we got rid of the border. It started there. You know, there is a domino effect in this whole process. And David, the DEI equitable movement, though it makes you feel good, that's what you do by giving to your charitable organizations out of the money that you make. Some religions call it tithing. Some people call it charity, whatever. It isn't to diss the American people that support the system that elected them to the people. The people are the ones in the people's house. But the people in the house are no longer representing its citizens. David.
Stuart, I know you tried to create this like lovely little fruit salad, but let me just kind of put a little bit of bow on your fruit salad over here. Okay. People's lives should not be predicated on skin color, should not be predicated on, I mean, we're talking about emergencies. Okay. And if you, Stuart, you're in Florida and you've seen what destruction and devastation is all about. And there are some people who can afford to get themselves out of it. Many people cannot.
Nope.
Essentially, their entire lives are destroyed. You look in Georgia and you look into North Carolina, South Carolina, and homes are completely destroyed. And if you look at the people that they've interviewed who've lost their homes, these are not necessarily people who are supposed to be in the DEI category. And if I am, let's pretend I am African American, Hispanic, whatever. Are you telling me, Stuart, that you want me to have someone who's African American or the best person to help me get out of this crap? And again, this mindset of we need DEI everywhere because we need to be sensitive. There's a time and a place for that. But this isn't it. FEMA, an emergency organization that helps people in need the best people, need the right people, not about their skin color. And if you're telling me your recruitment practices are messed up, DEI doesn't solve your problem. You've just changed one problem and created a second problem.
Correct.
Bringing in the best people. Stuart, allow me, please. The kicker for me here is this is the Democratic administration's mindset. This is the bow I'm going to put here. Look at all the programs that we need in the United States. Canada too, but let's just talk about the United States. FEMA, underfunded. Where's the money going? Illegal immigration. We need the best people. What are we doing? DEI hiring. Why? Each and every decision is all about votes in November. It's not about your safety. It's not about your life. It's about them creating an anarchist system so they can blame the Republicans, so that they can turn around and tell you vote for them. Right now, North Carolina, the statement to parade Kamala Harris and say, look, she solved the problem in North Carolina. She solved the problem with the hurricane. She solved nothing. And then you've got Joe Biden running into the White House, into the press conference saying, no, me, it's me. I did it. Look, don't forget me, blah, blah. Folks, there are countless people suffering today because of the moronic practices put forward by the Democratic Party to put in this DEI business. Makes no sense. To send the money from FEMA to illegal immigrants so that they can get, whatever, sex changes at your expense, instead of the money going to the taxpayers who've worked hard and living in North Carolina and who have no home. That's the mindset, Stuart. That's chaotic for me.
But let me now put the real bow on it. So Deanne Criswell, as we discuss what FEMA's mandate is, set by Congress, this woman changed the mandate. It's now inclusion, diversity, equitable, and accessibility.
Yeah.
Now, David.
To what end? What's the end game for her?
Exactly, David. What the end game is, vote for Donald J. Trump.
No, the end game for her is not for Donald Trump.
No. The end game for her is vote for Donald J. Trump.
No, her net result might be that people will do this. But Stuart, what's crazy is that the media has painted what?
There's a lot crazy, David.
No, but I'm saying the media has painted Kamala as the great savior, but the money isn't there.
Hurricane helper, border czar, absentee.
Listen, the only thing she reminds me of, she's more of a hamburger helper, not a hurricane helper. And to me, she's just not. Her mindset is about her. Someone used the word yesterday. On Monday, someone said to me, Donald Trump is narcissistic. And I'm like, they're all narcissists. Yep. Don't tell me that Kamala's not a narcissist, because she stands up there and pretends that she's the great savior. She's the rainmaker, no pun intended. But right now in FEMA, Stuart, right now, if you're right now in a zone where your home is destroyed, your business is destroyed, your insurance company isn't there to help you, you've got nothing there to help, medical supplies, no water, no infrastructure,
no money.
Let me remind you about East Palestine, right? A train wreck, chemicals go into the water. Joe Biden has yet to visit that part of the United States. And here, the so-called next president of the United States, what is she doing right now? Ha! Ha! She's doing nothing.
David,
But DEI is all that matters.
This woman's been touring the country telling everyone that she's going to solve problems, but can't seem to put the definition on how. David, I think it's time to wrap it up. The quarter hour's done. Midweek, we're back on Friday. And let me tell you something. There's more word salad coming out of me, but at least
listen, Stuart, I
got coming, David.
Do me a favor, put some dressing on it. Because frankly, nobody wants to hear word salads. People want to hear real things. And I think that the sad part is that what you're seeing out of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and by the way, let me stress one line, which I wanted to see. She was on The View and they asked her, what would you change in the last 4 years with Joe Biden? And she said, nothing. Let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, what she just said. She's not willing to change her policies with immigration, FEMA, all the emergency parts that right now is desperately needed. She is saying no change. Remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning into the Lorant Network. We hope you've enjoyed this conversation and gained some valuable insights. And as you're approaching, we're about a month away from the election. Please take these comments into consideration as you get to the ballot box. Even today, there are states that are voting even now. Do not think that the media is giving you the full picture. Watch 60 Minutes. You'll understand what I'm getting at. We appreciate your support. And listen, join us again on Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're broadcasting noon Eastern. So if you got any comments, please throw it at us, social, YouTube. Look, we're having issues. Some of the social channels are not telling you we have broadcasts. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe at therantnetwork.com. Get the notifications. Please join us, share us, tell all your friends. And until Friday,